Beans and cornbread. Beans and cornbread. Beans and cornbread.
Hey there everybody, hope everybody's doing well. So I guess from the quick little intro there with the beans and cornbread, y'all figured out what I'm doing is beans and cornbread of just how I do them. You've seen how I do my cornbread and the fake cornbread video, and then I've done some cornbread videos, but I can go over again later, but I'm not going to do it till my beans are already done. So got some good old pinto beans here. It's about 2 cups. 2 cups is about a pound's worth of pinto beans. So then I just wash them off, pick through them, get out any rocks, which there's never rocks. I've never found a rock. The whole 35 years I've been looking, which I probably weren't looking at the start once I was a kid, but whatever. I picked out some of the split ones and stuff, and any that didn't look that great. And then just filled them up with water after I got them washed off. And you need to do at least 2 inches, but I like to go a little bit more because when they soak up the water, they soak up the water. So this morning is about that far from the top of the water, and I had more than 2 inches in there. So always fill it up with plenty enough water because they'll soak them on up. So you can soak them for about 4 to 12 hours. Just whatever you feel, and you don't even have to soak them. It just takes longer for cooking. So if you don't care and you got all day to cook them, you can just start them dry. But if you want them to cook a little quicker, just soak them overnight. So that's what I did with these. And with a good old extra flavoring in there, I got half a stick of butter, and then I got one of the pork necks that I smoked up to add in some more flavor. So I'll get them in there because that's what's going to add kind of that good meaty smoky flavor to them. So, and if you haven't seen that video, I'll throw up a card for it too. But that's basically all they're going to be. I'm just going to put that in there, fill it up with some water, and then add a little bit of seasoning. Get the other side come out a little faster. There we go. And then once that boils a little while, I might check the seasoning in the water to see how it tastes, and go from there. But that's pretty much it. So I'm just going to let that ride and boil, and check them periodically. Sometimes you have to add water throughout the cook if they're starting to boil down a little bit, because they still kind of like the water sometimes. So I'm gonna let those boil, and once they're closer to done, I'll start on my cornbread and get it going. But I'll see y'all back probably maybe throughout the cook or whenever those are done to talk a little bit more about the cornbread. So I'll see y'all in a little bit. Hey there y'all. So got the oven ready, got some cornbreads mixed up. I'm gonna go ahead and pop it in there. We're 2 hours exactly into the cook of the good old beans. I checked them, and some of them done and some of them aren't, so got to go a little bit longer. And I've been checking periodically. There we go. And talk with my water levels about every 30 minutes, and then every hour I've added some. So I added a cup, which would probably be about a cup and a half or so of liquid into it to kind of just let it boil on down and suck on down the water, because I mean you see a lot of it's evaporating off. But I got my cornbread mixed up to go in the oven there, and it's just a cup of self-rising cornmeal, cup of self-rising flour, 1 egg, a cup and a fourth of buttermilk, and a fourth a cup of oil. Mix that up, pour it into a skillet that I've got about half a stick of butter that I melted off on the stove. Get my skillet kind of hot and the butter a little bubbly, so that pours in, you'll hear it sizzle a little bit, and then you can put it on in the oven. So that'll be done in about 25 minutes, and then the beans should be done probably right in that time too. So we'll see you back whenever I'm get to chow down on a bowl of this. So I'll see y'all in a few. Well, hey there y'all, got them done here, got them mixed up. Had to take a quick picture for I mix them up how I like them, good old southern style to me. So I always get me a good big scoop of mayo, and then get some hot sauce and dab in there. And this is a new favorite of mine that y'all see in a upcoming video series that I'm doing. So y'all have to make sure to check it out. I think y'all will enjoy it. So again, with my good old beans here, got them, washed them off good, picked out any of the split ones or rocks, but like I said, I ain't never found a rock in them. But I do it, I guess, to be tradition, because I guess somebody got a rock one time that wasn't too friendly to a tooth. So I washed them off good, picked through them, got the split ones out. Then once that was done, I got me plenty of water and covered them. It says 2 inches or so if you like, you do some research. But I always go a little bit more because it seems like it soaks up more than the 2 inches. Because like I said, when I got them out this morning to wash them off again, it was like right there at the top of the water. It was close. So I'll say go 2.5 to 3 inches above them. And then let them soak overnight, about 12 hours. And you can go 4 to 12. You don't even have to soak them, but if you want to cut down your cook time, soak them overnight, 12 hours. That's the best way to do it. And then, like I said, I got them out, washed them off, put them in my pot there with my smoked neck bone and half a stick of butter, and then the Morton seasoning. And then I checked my water to see how it tastes, and it was plenty salty enough. And then just let them go, and they cook for a total of 3 hours. That was the cook time on them. So, and then every 30 minutes I check them to see how my water was doing. And then at least every 30 minutes to an hour, you'll probably need to add in some more water. So I added in probably 1.5 cups each time, just to keep it filled on up. That way it wouldn't boil dry and you'd have any burnt beans, because burnt beans, they ain't too good. But that's pretty much it. Soak them overnight, wash them off good the next day, and then water, beans, seasoning, neck bone or ham hock, or if you had some leftover brisket point, chunk in there with it and let it cook to give it kind of that smoky fattiness taste, because the beans will soak it up good. And that's pretty much it. And then for my cornbread, it's a cup of self-rising flour, cup of self-rising cornmeal, 1 1/4 cup of buttermilk, 1/4 cup of oil, and then 1 egg. Mix that up. Get you a skillet and get it kind of hot and melted down, about 1/2 stick of butter. Pour the batter in it, and it'll kind of sizzle on up, and then you'll put it in a 400 degree oven for 25 to 30 minutes. And there's your cornbread, beans and cornbread. And then always in our household, we always had good old sweet onions with our beans and cornbread. So I always like to do this. It's just a edible spoon. Smoky, rich beans, because they've soaked up that flavor of that neck bone And then pintos have that distinct taste of the shell. Good. Simple, good meal for me. And I love my edible spoons, but I'm gonna chow down on this, enjoy it, so y'all don't have to watch me stuff my face even more, because I'm going to. But hope y'all enjoy this one. Hope y'all make it, because it's a good one for sure. So y'all like, share, subscribe if you want to. If you haven't already, and when you do, you're welcomed on into the Head to Tail family. We'll love you and welcome you on in. So thank y'all again, and I'll catch y'all on the next one. Beans and cornbread.